This is part 6 of the Altered Book mini-series, and I am so happy that you're here with me. Today we'll be embellishing our pages further and working on the pages at the beginning of the book as well. Welcome, it's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. So I've linked the playlist for the other 5 episodes down below in case you missed any and want to catch up. What I have done in your absence is I have completed all the pages. So I've done 8 pages without filming just because we've had 3 of these episodes already, and I think you get how I embellish the pages. So now it's time for you to catch up, to fill up all your pages. Let me show you the 8 that I have done off camera. This is one, and I know it is very, very simple, but it is actually a tuck spot. So I think once we put a tag in here, it will look a lot better. Plus I kind of like it because this is very busy, and so this is a bit calmer, and I like that. I did add a little bit of lace here because it was just too plain. This one, you might remember, was the one with the napkin that was tiny, and I was not happy with it. I still wasn't happy with it at the end, so I added a pocket here as well, made out of some vintage ephemera, added one of the printouts from Digital Collage Club, and I put some vintage photo over the napkin, and also, of course, first some more gesso. Still not 100% happy, but again, this is one where a tag will probably cover most of this, so that will be okay. I've done this one. This was very simple. This was another print from the Digital Collage Club, and this was part of a snippet roll that I had, which I made again into a pocket, so that was super simple. This one is just a very simple collage. I think this went pretty well with this opposite page. This was another very simple one. I took some vintage music paper, added some gesso over it, and then just made this mini collage here. Loving these colors. Then here I just made another collage, and this here is what happens when you mix up your brushes and you use this one instead of this one. So this was not supposed to be like this. I could go over it with more gesso if it really bothers me. I might actually do that. Let's see. And then I made these two using again some authentic vintage ephemera, added a print from the Digital Collage Club. This one here is all prints from the Digital Collage Club. It's just a medley of different things, but I think it works, and I was able to add my Eiffel Tower with the beautiful floral border that I liked. So I think the first thing we're going to do actually is to glue these two together. So this is the page where we have these 2 pages connected, and you usually have this at the front and at the end and at the beginning of the book. So we're just going to glue these 2 together, and I think I'm going to use my glue stick for this so that I don't have any warping. So I'll just put this underneath and then add my glue stick. Since my end papers are actually really nice and very good condition, I might not do anything here. You could add a pocket to the back or completely cover it up if yours are not so nice. But I think mine are totally fine. Maybe let's look at the front now. So in the front, we have the same thing. We have these 2 that are connected here. So I will glue these together, and then we'll deal with the 2 other pages that we still have left. So I added my glue stick, and now I'll just burnish this. The amount of glue sticks I go through is just insane. I don't know if you know that problem. Of course, when you glue full pages like this, it's no surprise. Here again, I think I'm gonna leave mine as they are. I think they are in great condition. Love the color, so I'll just leave that. And this one also I'm going to leave because it's nice to keep the title of the book. Then there's this one. What Gail Augustinelli does is she puts a stamp on the first or one of the first pages saying this book belongs to, and I really love that idea, and I checked in her Etsy store, but she doesn't seem to be selling any, or I didn't see them, I'm not sure. So I decided I'm gonna make my own. So I have these available for you as well in my shop. So I made this one page here with some different labels. Most of them say this belongs to in various label shapes, colors, and sizes. There's 2 or 3 that say journal. And there's one blank one just in case you want to write something yourself. So this is in my shop. You can find that there. I actually did cut all of them out already so that I could play with them to see which one works the best. And doing so, I decided I like this one. And of course, if they are too big for you, they are relatively big. So if you have a smaller book and you think all of these are too big, just print them on a lower percentage, meaning in your print settings, you can say printed 80% or 70%, and then you'll get smaller labels. So I've decided I want this one. And then, of course, I didn't like the white against this beautiful vintage book page. And yes, of course, I could just go over it with this. So this is an option for you to maybe take tea dye or whatever you have, or you can just print this on coffee or tea dyed paper. That's another option. But what I thought I would do is I would take some original book page and print it there. And the way I thought would be smart would be just to take a blank piece, then put the book page on it so that this part here at the bottom, for example, would be where the label prints, right? So I just put it on there with some tape and then run that through my printer. Yeah, it wasn't as easy as I thought. So the first time I did it, I just cut the half off now, but the first time I did it, would have been perfect, except the tape that I had to hold down, my paper was right underneath the print. So that was fail number 1. Fail number 2 was I didn't see that the book page was right there. So yeah. Fail number 3, did the same thing again, had the book page number right there. But trial number 4 finally worked, so managed to get this on there now. So I can now take this off and I can cut around it. And I just love that it has the exact same color of the rest of the book page. I inked around it very gently, and now I'm just going to center this like that. You could, of course, embellish your page a lot more, but honestly, I love the simplicity of this. Really, really like how this looks. So now we can move on to embellishing the rest of our pages. So if we look here now, we're still okay, but we have to consider that we are also going to be adding some journaling cards. So we can't go crazy with chunky embellishment. So I don't think I will put any buttons or anything dimensional like that, but I will be adding some lace and maybe some other bits. Not sure yet what that would be. Oh, yes, of course, we wanted to add maybe some sentiments or some words as well. So that's what we'll do now. I have next to me now everything that I could find that I have which consists of words. So let me just show you quickly what I have. So these are freebies from Artie Mays. I will link those for you below. So there's some really nice ones with different words and numbers and these cool number plates, if I can get one out, like these. So these are really cool. Some of these I've added some crackle accents to, and they kind of, they look like this now. I'm not sure how I feel about those, but those are really cool. As I said, they are freebies, so they're totally worth getting. So those are Artie Mae's. Then I have here some of my own labels, and I thought maybe some of the numbers would be useful. So I have those. Then I have 2 paper pads with some quotes. I'm sorry, I have 3. Oh my goodness, I have 3 with some quotes here. They are vellum quotes. Not sure if I'm going to be using any of these. A lot of these are metallic, which is not my thing, although the gold might be okay. The silver I'm not really into, but there are, as you see, there's some black ones as well. So let's see. Then I have 2 sheets from the 7 Dot Studios, word stickers, fortune teller and lost and found. I have no idea where I got these from. I've had these for years and years, and I still haven't used them up, so maybe I can use some of these. Then I have the Big Chat pad from Tim Holtz with just words in black and in white. I have these random ones. I think they were from Action, which we have here in Europe. These are actually also really nice. Had these a long time as well. Here I have some random words from magazines. I think a lot of these are from Daphne's Diary. And lastly, I have this box of mixed sentiments. These are the top ones here are from my store. We have some crafting sentiments, some nature sentiments, some travel sentiments, and some I'm not sure I actually printed the positive words or positive affirmations, not sure. And on the bottom here, I also have some like travel quotes that I just found and typed on a Word document and printed on coffee dyed paper and stitched around some of these. Some of these are actually on vellum. And I also have just some random things, random words that I just printed and or typed and printed. So hopefully with all of this I will be able to find something for my pages. And I also have here my little box of lace. So I think we're all set, so let's see what we can come up with. I really love this. This one doesn't need much. It already has some lace. Maybe it just needs a word or something small. Don't want to add too much here, but I think since it's the first page, it would be nice to have something there as a greeting, although it says vintage here. Another word might be too much, but you never know. Romance is a good one for this because the way he's looking at her, he's totally in love, but it just totally doesn't go with this page. My secret story, it would also be cute, but again, I think it totally doesn't go here. Great, yeah, I think since it says vintage there, I think anything else just is not gonna work. Yeah, you know what? I think we will leave this first one without anything else. We could maybe add another piece of lace, but that would be about it. That also might be too much. I don't want to cover her doll either. No, No. We'll leave this page as it is. Moving on to this one here. This one could maybe do with some lace. Yeah, I'll just add that here. And I'm going to use my 3-in-1 glue for this. And I think this one could do with a word or sentiment or something here. I think I found one that I like, which is the dream from my nature quotes. So this is very white, and this actually is also very white. Why did I not go over that? Who knows? So let's do that. Taking my tea dye, and first of all just going over the white here. And then we also do that here on the dream. It would be much smarter to print any of this on coffee or tea dyed paper, then you don't have to keep inking up your things. And then I'll ink around the edges. So this is the final result for this page now. Does this one here need anything else? This one could also do with the quote. I'm thinking this one might be nice. Do What You Love from the 7 Dot Studio stickers. That might be cute. I love that it has this yellowish color because that works really well. It means it won't stand out so much, but that is totally fine. I'll just cut a bit off on the sides. I will ink up the edges because I don't want the white. And I will add some glue. If I wanted this to stand out more, which I actually don't in this case, but if I did, I would put something under it, like maybe another piece of something blue or just something that would make this come out more. But I'm happy with this kind of blending into the image. Like that. This one here has a lot going on already, has a lot of writing, so I'm not going to add any more sentiments to it. The only thing I think I might add is a very small piece of my golden lace, which is quite raggedy and frayed, which is awesome, and I think I want to put that right there. And I think that is all this one needs. Just like that. This one here, as we said, is quite plain. I don't know, is it too plain? I'm not sure. Oh, I actually like just a tiny piece of lace right there. That will connect it with this page a little bit. Another option might be this little flower here. It is a bit on the bulky side. That might be cute right here. It definitely will bulk up the page. But I do think it's cute. Oh, let's just do it. And I just remembered I actually have some bee stamps that I've already cut out and painted that came from the Your Creative Studio box a few months back. So maybe I could add. So I just stamped these on some 160 GSM white cardstock, and then I inked them and painted them, I think, with colored pencils. So maybe one of these would work here. So that would be this one, or we do this one. Now that one's kind of big, that one's kind of scary. But this small one might be an option. I also have the non-colored ones where I just stamped it. That might actually be better here. So it's great to have something like this ready to go. I even have these like beehive thingies. Doesn't really go here, I think. Yeah. So it's great if you have a few of those ready to go. If you have some stamps that you love, just stamp on something and cut them out so that they're ready to go when you need them. Because that way you'll probably use them more. And that makes a triangle. You can hardly see it, but this one here already has a tiny bit of lace. So I also want to add some lace here, just a strip. Just like that, very simple. And for this one, I'm going to take one of the ones from Artie Mays, and I think I like the one that says Friendship in black, because I think that would go really well right over here. It's like these two are friends. Just make it a little less white. And that's all I'm going to do for these two. This one I think again could do with just a tiny bit of this very delicate lace. The good thing about this kind of lace is it really won't bulk up your book. It is just the tiniest accent, really. And if I wanted to, I could have it hanging out from the book a little bit. That would be cute too, but I'm not sure that that's what I want to do with my book. This one is very busy. Don't think I want to add a word because it has got so many words. It's already got a doily. Yeah, I think I'm happy leaving this as it is. This one here, I think, would benefit from just, again, at the tiniest piece of lace. Maybe something like this. And I want to put a sentiment on one of these two. I think either would work. I have one here that says Adventure Awaits, and I think this would go quite nicely with her because she looks like she's thinking of an adventure that she has ahead. So I like that. Again, I will cut the ends down. And cut the sides or the edges. I forgot to add glue. But it seems to be sticking all right. I'll just leave it. Do we need something here? I'm never sure if it's too much that I have one on each side. There's quite a lot of words here already. No, I think I'll leave this one without any sentiment. One on a spread like this is enough. I think it would be okay if one was down here, maybe one was up here because an image was up here, but if two images are down here, I think it's a bit much. A lot of words. This one a little less, so we could add a sentiment here, but these don't really need anything. Maybe a little bit of lace. I have these two. I recently bought these at a local fabric store. Either of those would actually be really pretty. This pink would be nice on this side to tie in the pink from that side. I never used to be much into a lot of lace, and I'm still not, because I don't want to overdo it. But a little accent is very nice. No, would have to be here, maybe a little smaller. Yep, just like that. And on this one we could maybe put something in this color. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna glue both of these down. Very happy with these. Not overdone, just very small accents. And it also, it's just beautiful to feel the lace with your hands, the different textures is just wonderful. This one is quite busy. It has a word here, so I don't want to add another word. What about tiny bit of lace on this one, the pink one? Pink one might be nice. Might also be really awkward. This looks weird to me. Maybe if, then it would need a little bigger piece. Maybe here by the Paris. That's still too wide. What do you say? Changes the balance. Because here we had our three pink elements, very harmonious. By adding this, I would be adding a fourth one just because it is quite pink. If this was a lighter color, then I wouldn't have that issue. So for example, if I'd add a lace like this that you can hardly see, then that's totally fine. What about this one? This one would also work. Let's try this one. I'll go for it. This one definitely needs something. This was a part of my snippet roll, which I just tore off here. This is a pocket, but it definitely needs something down here. I found something here from my vellum quotes, and that is the Be Joyful. I think that's very cute with having her opposite because she looks like she's having fun. So maybe we can add the Be Joyful over here. So I will cut around this. Let's ink it. And then I had one tip from one of my lovely viewers, because I said last time I don't like working with vellum because it always curls when you add glue. So she suggested, or what she does is she uses this double-sided tape. Well, probably not this one, but a double-sided tape, and that kind of gets rid of the problem. So we will try that out and see how that works. Always very appreciative of tips to make things easier. Yeah, and you cannot see it and it doesn't curl. That is an awesome tip. Thank you so much. So here we have the Be Joyful, like the gold. Does it need anything else? No, I think that's fine. I will leave it as it is. I can see right away that this one needs some pink lace, and I already have the perfect piece that I didn't use on the other page. So that's that. Very easy. Sometimes things are just very obvious. And this one might do with a word. I think I'll take a word here from the Tim Holtz Big Chat, and a very simple one is happy, or even happiness. Happiness might be a bit too long for our strip that we have, so maybe we just stick to the plain old happy. Distress the edges. I might even leave this one blank, not blank, white, because we have some white up here. Yes, this is perfect. Obviously, if you don't have any word stickers or anything like that, and you don't want to buy any sentiments or stuff, just stamp your own words or sentiments. You don't have to buy anything. All you need is some stamps with letters. Or if you're able to make something with the computer, you can of course just type out something in a Word document and print them out and cut them out. Very, very simple. And this one, I don't want to add anything because we have it here and it would be too much, I think. This one I think can have a bit of lace. Maybe this time we add this beautiful one, which is cut off from a little doily that I had. So either like this or maybe on this side. Again, you could add it so that it peeks out from your pages. I mean, it does a tiny, tiny bit, but if you want it hanging out more, that's also fun. We could have a sentiment here, I think, because these words are not anything significant that we need to keep. So we could put something over this. I'm diving into my cigar box, looking at my sentiments here. The travel ones probably won't work so well. The crafty ones I don't think are great either for this. Maybe my nature ones? I don't know. All things bloom with love. That might work. We have a couple here. We have flowers here. Why not? So this one I will have to put some tea dye on and ink around it. This one is very busy already and not adding any words or any lace to this, but this one here could do with another tiny piece of my golden lace, just like that, just a little accent for some more texture. And this one could also do with a sentiment, I found a word here from my pile with random cutout words, and it's the one that says joy, and I've already inked it up. I think the color is perfect for our little image here, or our little cluster. There. I just love this cluster because of the colors. This color combination makes me so happy. It is so cheerful and warm. Okay, we already have some lace here. We don't need to add any more of that. Maybe a word here. This could do maybe with some lace. Don't think I'll be adding any sentiment because again, here we have the vintage and we have a lot of other words. Maybe a piece of this lace on this one. Yep, that one is good. Of course, I'm putting most of my lace down at the bottom. That means the bottom of my book is gonna get a lot thicker than the top. But I'm hoping it won't be enough to really disturb. Okay, do we need a sentiment here? I'm gonna try this one that says wild at heart. Just because of the way she looks like she's a fun person. Like that. This really isn't making me happy, so I need to take my gesso and go over this again. I just had another thought. Before I do that, I could try with a baby wipe to take some of the distress ink off, because distress oxide, because that is water soluble. And yep, it's coming off. So this might even be better than adding gesso again. Yes, this is totally working. How cool is that? Love that. Much better. Perfect. There's one detail here I wanted to show you or point out to you. So I put this little die cut here because this is the same color that's going on this side. So again, this is something that ties the two together, because all these colors were very different than here, but somehow now I think they work together a little better. What do we do? This one is not going to get a sentiment because of the writing here. I also love how she's looking at the girl, like that could be her daughter. I love that. That is why I put her down here. This one has some writing here, but is very faint, so we can definitely add a sentiment to this somewhere. I wouldn't put lace on this one. I'm not really feeling that. Could put some lace here. Probably not the, oh, actually, I was thinking not the pink, but honestly, that is very cute. Other option would be this one, which would also be really nice. Oh, wow. This is a tough choice. Do I want it to stand out? Or do I want it to blend in more? I think I want it to stand out. Let's see if we can find a sentiment for this one. Again, I'm going to go to my nature sentiments, and there's a few here I think that would be really cute. One, for example, would be in a field of roses, she's a wildflower. So that would be like the mom talking about her daughter. Then you belong among the wildflowers. So mom telling daughter, you belong among the wildflowers. Or do not feel lonely, the entire universe is inside you. Again, mom talking to daughter. The world is yours to explore. Again, mom talking to daughter. So there's a lot of nice options here. I think I like her talking directly to the daughter. Either you belong among the wildflowers, or the world is yours to explore. Both I think are really cute. I think I'll do this one. You belong among the wildflowers. Obviously, this is too wide for this one. So I will cut the frame out and I will then split this. I've cut it apart and inked them all up. So now we just have to find the best way to place them here. Yeah, I think that's good. And these are our last two. I just remembered another great source for words, and that is words cut out of books. So that's something else you can do while maybe watching something or on Netflix or listening to an audiobook or something. I have cut these phrases out from books and I've put them in this postage stamp album that I found at my flea market, and I made my own cover. And the one that I think might work is Everyone Laughed, because look how she's spraying her cat here and it looks like they're both happy. I mean, in real life, I don't think this cat would be very happy having cologne sprayed right in her face, to be honest. Let's just pretend she's happy because they look happy. So we could say everyone laughed when she did that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just not think about that one too much. What a weird cologne advertisement. That's the best thing you came up with, having a little girl spray the cologne in a cat's face. It is so strange. If you did that today, you'd have animal rights organizations all over you. Thank goodness. And we'll just pretend it's fine. Nobody got hurt. This one I'm not sure what to do with. It's just a weird collage of things. Don't want to add lace. I don't know if I want to have a sentiment here because I have one here. But I feel like if I don't, it seems like such a random page. But I wouldn't know what kind of quote or sentiment to put there. I'm just going to leave that for now. I can always add something later, but I'm not feeling it right now. That's it for this episode. Time for you to finish embellishing all of your pages as well. Hope this gave you some inspiration about what you can do. There's a lot more things you could add. Washi tape is one of them, for example. You could add some stitching somewhere. Just see where you think the page needs a little something extra. In the next episode, I think I will embellish the cover, which is very exciting. No clue yet what I will do for that. And if there's more time, let's start making some journaling cards to put inside our pockets. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.